So you're gonna have to take your little swearing off the soundtrack.
Oh, is it recording?
I just want to give you a quick run through on how I stripped these wires. As you can probably see, they're stripped to 3 different lengths. You got the longest one being the yellow-green, and you'll notice that I cut the length of the blue, which is the neutral, to the bottom of the stripped part of the yellow-green, and then I cut the bottom of the brown, which is the live, more or less to the length of the stripped part of the blue. And the reason why is because they fit into the plug that way. The brown actually looks a little long, I might redo it, but the blue and the green are about right. So you'll see that they all fit in the plug just right that way, because this one goes up and over, this one does, the blue does a kind of a return loop, and the brown goes straight and then to the right. So if you strip your wires this way, in a UK style plug, you're going to have less extra wire flopping around inside the plug, and it'll just be easier to wire up. So I'm going to finish that up, and once I've got it in the plug, I'll pull up the camera and show you what I did. And you'll see that it fits quite neatly into the plug if you strip it this way. Okay, here's the back of that plug, and as you can see, the wires fit pretty neatly inside their receptacle. The yellow fits up and around into the ground pin, which is at the top, if you're looking at the top of the plug, which is what we're doing. The blue, see, they're even color coded on the blades. The blue loops around, and the brown, which is the live, goes straight up into that area with the 13 amp fuse receptacle. So if you strip your wires the way I showed you, with the essentially the next wire down the line being just as long as the stripped area of the preceding wire, in the order yellow, blue, brown, you'll get a nice neat plug wiring, and you don't have extra wires all over the place. Got a bit of extra sticking out of the bottom on the strain relief and a little bit above the top, and that's a nice looking plug. So that's going to work out just fine. I'm just going to retighten everything and put the top on, and then at least this little bit of the project will be good to go. Okay, with the plug in place, we can now start to think about how we're going to position the duplex receptacle. Looks like we've got plenty of room for a return loop around this area. So my intention to center the new box on the old hole seems to make sense to me. The next thing I'm going to do is detach the live and the neutral and the ground from the switch, and then cap them off so I can start thinking about how I'm going to mark off the position for the new box. Well, there's the hole. I drill with a little hole saw. That's more than enough room for the wires to come in and connect to the back of the new switch. So everything is going just great. I think I won't even need to do splicing. I think I have enough run on those existing wires to just mount directly on this box, which would be fantastic. Let's see if that actually works out. So far so good. Next thing to do is to use the hammer drill to make these two holes happen. Don't need to use anything major, just going to use a 6 or 6.5 millimeter bit. Slam in a couple of wall plugs. I've got the screws already. Mount up this box, yank these wires through, connect them up to the new receptacle, and then screw it all together. We'll see if that takes around about 30 minutes to do, all told. Hopefully. Then of course I get to mount the TV, which will be a great deal of fun, and also test the aircon, which I expect will work just fine. So let me just set this up so you can watch it happen, and we'll get on it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, giving me a like, and leaving me a comment. I really enjoy making these videos, and I want to know from you how I can make them better. The whole point of these videos is to demonstrate that if I can do something, you can do it too. Well, that's it for now. So long, and remember, keep making.